जुगल किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर जीवाने मराने गति राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर कालिंदी रकुले केली कुले गेली कदंबे रवना रतन बेदीरा रूपा बोसाबो दुजाना रतन बेदीरा रूपा बोसाबो दुजाना राधा कृष्ण हेरी मुख चंद्र राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर गाथिया माला तेर माला दीबो तोहार गले गाथिया माला तेर माला दीबो तोहार गले अधरे तुलिया दीबो कर्पूर तंबूले अधरे तुलिया दिवो कर्पूर तंबूले राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा अज्ञाय कोरिबो सेवा चरण रविंद अज्ञाय कोरिबो सेवा चरण रविंद राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोर। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासरनुदास। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासरनुदास। सेवा বিলাস করে নরোত্তম দাস। সেবা বিলাস করে নরোত্তম দাস। রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মোরা যুগল কিশোর। রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মোরা যুগল কিশোর।
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning, and hope and pray that everyone should have a wonderful journey. Wandering in 12 forest of Vrindavan. I just walked in, so I'm not gonna take a chance to appreciate all the devotees who joined today. But I know that our regular devotees has joined today. So we will continue reading Krishna book. We are on chapter 2, prayers by the demigods for Lord Krishna in the womb. So when Devaki became pregnant for the 7th time, a plenary expansion of Krishna, known as Ananta, appeared within her womb. Devaki was overwhelmed both with jubilation and lamentation. She was joyful, for she could understand that Lord Vishnu had taken shelter within her womb. But at the same time, she was sorry that as soon as her child would come out, Kansa would kill him. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, being compassionate upon the fearful condition of the Yadus, due to atrocities committed by Kamsa, ordered the appearance of the Yogamaya, or his internal potency. Krishna is the Lord of the universe, but he is especially the Lord of the Yadu dynasty. This Yogamaya is the principal potency of the personality of Godhead. In the Vedas, it is stated that the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has multi-potencies. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. All the different potencies are acting externally and internally. And Yogamaya is the chief of all potencies. He ordered the appearance of Yogamaya in the land of Brajbhumi in Vrindavan, which is always decorated and full with beautiful cows. In Vrindavan, Rohini, one of the wives of Vasudeva, was residing at the house of King Anand and Queen Yasoda. Not only Rohini, But many others in the Yadu dynasty were scattered all over the country due to their fear of the atrocities of Kamsa. Some of them were even living in the caves of the mountains. The Lord thus informed Yogamaya, under the imprisonment of Kamsa are Devaki and Vasudeva. And at the present moment, my plenary expansion Sesa is within the womb of Devaki. You can arrange the transfer of Sesa from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. After this arrangement, I'm personally going to appear in the womb of Devaki with my full potencies. Then I shall appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and you shall appear as the daughter of Nand and Yasoda in Vrindavan. Since you will appear as my contemporary sister, people within the world will worship you with all kind of valuable presentations, incense, candles, flowers, offering of sacrifices. You shall quickly satisfy the desire for sense gratification. People who are after materialistic affections will worship you under the different forms of your expansions, which will be named Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhvi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharda, and Ambika. So these are all the names of the Maya Devi's different forms. Krishna and Yogamaya appeared as brother and sister, the supreme powerful and the supreme power. Although there is no clear distinction between the powerful and the power, power is always subordinate to the powerful. Those who are materialistic are worshippers of the power, but those who are transcendentalist are worshippers of the powerful. Krishna is the supreme powerful and Durga is the supreme power within the material world. Actually, people in the Vedic culture worship both the powerful and the power. There are many hundreds of thousands of temples of Vishnu and Devi, and sometimes they are worshipped simultaneously. The worshipper of the power, Durga, or the external energy of Krishna, may achieve all kinds of material success very easily. But anyone who wants to be elevated transcendentally must engage in worshipping the powerful in Krishna consciousness. The Lord also declared to Yogamaya that his plenary expansion, Ananta says, was within the womb of Devaki. On account of being forcibly attracted to the womb of Rohini, he would be known as Sankarshan and would be the source of all spiritual power or bal, by which one could be able to attain the highest bliss of life, which is called Raman. Therefore, the plenary portion Ananta would be known after his appearance either as Sankarshan or Balram. In the Upanishad, it is stated, Nayam Atma Balahinena Labhya. The purport is that one cannot attain the supreme or any form of self realization without being sufficiently favored by Balram. Bal does not mean physical strength. No one can attain spiritual perfections by physical strength. One must have the spiritual strength, which is infused by Balram or Sankarshan. Ananta or Sesa is the power which sustains all the planets in the different positions. Materially, this sustaining power is known as the law of gravitation, but actually, it is the display of the potency of Sankarshan. Balram or Sankarshan is spiritual power or the original spiritual master. Therefore, Lord Nityanand Prabhu, who is also the incarnation of Balram, is the original spiritual master. And the spiritual master is the representative of Balram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who supplies spiritual strength. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is confirmed that the spiritual master is the manifestation of the mercy of Krishna. So when Yoga Maya was thus ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, she circumambulated the Lord and then appeared within this mortal world according to his order. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead transferred Lord Sesa from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, both of them were under the spell of Yogamaya, which is also called Yoganindra. When this was done, people understood that Devaki's seventh pregnancy was a miscarriage. Thus, although Balram appeared as the son of Devaki, he was transferred to the womb of Rohini to appear as her son. After this arrangement, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is always ready to place his full potencies in his unalloyed devotees, entered as the Lord of the whole creation within the mind of Vasudeva. It is understood in this connection that the Lord Krishna, first of all, situated himself in the unalloyed heart of Devaki. He was not put into the womb of Devaki by seminal discharge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by his inconceivable potency, can appear in any way. It is not necessary for him to appear in the ordinary way by seminal injections within the womb of a woman. When Vasudeva was sustaining the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, he appeared just like the glowing sun, whose shining rays are always unbearable and scorching to the common man. The form of the Lord, situated in the pure unalloyed heart of Vasudeva, is non-different from the original form of Krishna. The appearance of the form of Krishna anywhere, and specifically within the heart, is called Dham. Dham does not only refer to Krishna's form, but his name, his form, his quality, and his paraphernalia. Everything becomes manifest simultaneously. Thus, the eternal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead with full potencies was transferred from the mind of Vasudeva to the mind of Devaki, exactly as the setting sun's rays are transferred to the full moon rising in the east. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, entered the body of Devaki from the body of Vasudeva. He was beyond the conditions of the ordinary living entity. When Krishna is there, it is to be understood that all his plenary expansion, such as Narayan, and incarnation like Lord Nrsimha, Varaha, etc., are with him. And they are not subject to the conditions of the material existence. In this way, Devaki become the residence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is one without a second, and the cause of all creation. Devaki become the residence of the Absolute Truth, but because she was within the house of Kamsa, she looked just like a suppressed fire or like misused education. When fire is covered by the walls of a pot or is kept in a jug, the illuminating rays of the fire cannot be very much appreciated. Similarly, misused knowledge, which does not benefit the people in general, is not very much appreciated. That's why Prabhupada, when he met at the IIT, all the professor was telling all kind of branch of education, proud of those education. Then Prabhupada smashed them. That do you have the department which can teach us the difference between the living body and a dead body? And everybody was shocked. So the nonsense knowledge is spreading in the material world, but the real knowledge which can deliver the soul from this bondage is not spreading as much as it should. And including the devotees, we are too much attached to get the material education, and we are so much interested to make sure that we get this nonsense knowledge by sending our children to the school. But we have no way of giving this most important knowledge, that in our previous time, that was the thing. When the child used to get born, they used to send it to the spiritual master hermitage, and they were giving proper training. There was no education other than the spiritual education. And that's why the society was very happy, because everyone was trained to act properly. And right now we can see we are making the choice all the time, wrong choices in our life. Whenever we have to make a decision, Maya Devi is influencing us to make certain decisions in our life, which is horrible. So best thing that after you surrender to your Guru Maharaj, At least do him a favor. Ask him your intentions before you do anything and get his blessings. Then you will stay on course. Otherwise, if we use our material intelligence to make the decisions, our journey, spiritual journey, will hamper totally. So this is a wonderful instruction has been given here. So when fire is covered by the walls of a pot or is kept in a jug, the illuminating rays of the fire cannot be very much appreciated. Similarly, misuse knowledge, which does not benefit the people in general, is not very much appreciated. But we do appreciate much more. Maya Devi is strong. So Devaki was kept within the prison walls of Kamsa's palace, and no one could see her transcendental beauty, which resulted from her conceiving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kamsa, however, saw the transcendental beauty of his sister Devaki, and he at once concluded that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had taken shelter in her womb. She had never before looked so wonderfully beautiful. This is something my Guru Maharaj used to say, just looking at the index of our faces, he said, exactly I can know where my disciple is. Our index represents our heart. If we approach the spiritual personality, they can very easily read. We don't have to even disclose our conditions. They are becoming aware totally. This is the advantage to have the association of Krishna and his devotee constantly. Not that we should stay swayed away a little bit even. So Kamsa, however, saw the transcendental beauty of his sister Devaki, and he at once concluded that the Supreme Personality of Godhead had taken shelter in her womb. But the amazing thing that even though knowing this demoniac mentality is bewilder them, this is something that we should also learn. How unfortunate Kamsa was that he saw and he concluded even. But still, he could distinctly understand that there was something wonderful within the womb of Devaki. In this way, Kamsa became perturbed, and he was sure that the Supreme Personality Godhead would kill him in the future, and that he had now come. He should have done his surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna and make his life jubilant. But he didn't do that. Kamsa began to think, quote, what is to be done with Devaki? Surely she has Vishnu or Krishna within her womb. So it is certain that Krishna has come to execute the mission of the demigods. And even if I immediately kill Devaki, his mission cannot be frustrated. The demons were very educated. They had lots of knowledge of the Vedic scripture. But it's Krishna's Lila, they come to give the fight to Krishna in this material world, because in spiritual world, nobody wants to dare to fight with Krishna. So he has to descend to this material world. Kamsa knew very well that no one can frustrate the purpose of Vishnu. Any intelligent man can understand that the laws of God cannot be violated. His purpose will be served in spite of all impediments offered by the demons. Kamsa thought, quote, if I kill Devaki at the present moment, Vishnu will enforce his supreme will more vehemently. To kill Devaki just now would be a most abominable act. No one desired to kill his reputations, even in the awkward situation. If I kill Devaki now, my reputations will be spoiled. Devaki is a woman and she is under my shelter. She is pregnant, and if I kill her immediately, all my reputations, the result of pious activity and duration of life, will be finished. Unquote. He also further deliberated, quote, a person who is too cruel, even in this lifetime, is as good as dead. No one likes a cruel person during his lifetime, and after his death, people curse him. On account of his self identifications with the body, he must be degraded and pushed into the darkest region of hell. Unquote. This is Kamsa speaking. So Kamsa thus meditated on all the pros and cons of killing Devaki at that time. So the time has come that we must stop. We should be punctual in our practices, and those message we need to meditate during the daytime. That what knowledge that we need in our life is not the material knowledge. We need the spiritual knowledge. And now in the schools, even they don't allow even to make the prayer to the God. So we are inviting the demoniac education to our children. And that's what we are creating in this material world. That's why Prabhupada says we need so many Brahmins to change the culture of the society. Society is getting degraded so much, and being a devotee, we support those degraded education and we value them. We feel proud. I've seen some, personalities that if their child get a bachelor's and master by 16 or 19 years, they feel so proud. But they don't know how much torture they are giving to the children. Until you go in the children's brain, only you will be able to understand how much suffering we are inflicted on them. This is cruelty. This is cruelty, killing the soul. And this is what this society is heading, unless and until we take complete shelter, stay in association with those that doesn't believe in this education, the life can be successful. All those previous, there was no education. All spiritual science can teach us all other wonderful science that you don't need to know anything about this material science. So with those thoughts, remain always active when you make the choices in your life. Please pray to those personality. Please pray to your Guru Maharaj. Please pray to Krishna. That please guide me properly and let me at least help my children not to become a demoniac, and let me make them devotees. Otherwise, we won't be there when they will suffer in this life. and suffering is there for all of us. But if we remain totally fixed, and that's the reason the morning time we must dedicate. No matter what happen, other things, you may get sick, so what? Still you can join and chant. There is no conditions can happen where we can stop chanting in the morning. Nothing should stop us. And Krishna will give us wonderful health that you will never be able to miss those times. Krishna is so kind. But we need to show our dedication to Krishna by our each and every actions we perform throughout the day. Then Krishna will help us. He is so kind. With His mercy only, we are breathing at the current time. If He pulls His plug, this is it for us. And it can happen. So with those thoughts, with the association of devotees, always remain joyful, happy, and always remain totally fearless. There is nothing can disturb our life if we have taken a complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Nobody can harm you. Nobody can put you down. Nothing can happen. Krishna is the big protector. He is the greatest maintainer. He is the best well-wisher. Make him a close friend in your life and see how your life will turn out. So with those thoughts, I don't want to speak anymore, but I wish you all the best and see if you can increase your dedication on a single day. Think about how can I do more absorptions associating with spiritual activity rather than the material activity. Don't waste the time. Don't waste your time in Gramya Katha. Just become serious one time. Prabhupada says to Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, you have enjoyed so many millions of lives, just one life, and now most of us are on the downhill side. Very few years has left, maybe few days or few moments. Who knows? With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of wonderful devotees who take so much austerity to join in the morning. You are all fortunate soul, at least, who joined from Aurora, Carbondale, India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, Austin, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Portland, Dhaka, Mayapur, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, New Delhi, and Loganville, Georgia. Haribol. These some Matajis are missing from Jammu and Kashmir. One Mataji joined most of the time, but she didn't join for some day. So when she joined today, I said, Mataji, what happened? We missed your association for a couple of days. And she said, Prabhuji, I'm taking a vow that from tomorrow I will join every single day. So I sent her the message, may Krishna fulfill your desire. That was wonderful devotees from India. She's very good. So let's see. I'm gonna log off now because I will have to do the gargle. So keep